feet. It's like, it's very odd because there's no blood, and here's the tail. And here are the entrails, and it's quite a large pile. The stomach, there's no blood. Intestines, very odd. I think it's a cattle mutilation. We're high in the mountains in northern New Mexico. No roads around here. It's hard to believe somebody dumped this off here. Very odd. And here's the windpipe. Cleanly, surgically removed. No blood. Just to give you some idea of the terrain, very wild around here. Miles from the closest road. I think what we have here is an unexplained cattle mutilation.
Yesterday about this time, probably about 5, because it was So that'd be the 16th.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, 16th. And did you have any other cows that you recently found in the area that are similar to this?
Oh, yeah. Within 3 weeks, I had 4, 3, 6.
And were they all about the same?
They're all about the same.
And were they all calves?
Yeah, they're all calves. And the last one, before this one, we made a police report. The other ones were already called.
And what type of calf is this?
That's a limousine.
Yeah. Cool.
Steer.
Okay. Any predators? Have you seen any mountain lions up here, or anything that you would think that could take the animal down, or 4 of them?
No.
And the other 3 were within the last?
In the last 3 weeks. Let's see, 3 weeks. One on the last one before this one was last week. I think it was last week, but we made a police report for that.
First reaction was she's been mutilated.
A gruesome discovery for rancher Mike Duran.
Saw something unusual.
His cow found dead along the Purgatory River. Her udders and reproductive organs missing.
No tracks at all. No blood, no predators.
Duran last saw the cow alive on Friday. 2 days later, he says he found her like this. And listen to what he thinks happened.
We have other life out there, and I think that's what it is.
He thinks aliens abducted the cow, carved it up, and dropped it back by the river. He doesn't have proof, but claims to have seen some strange sights in these Colorado skies.
Like a round circle in the air, and I've watched them, and then they've just disappeared.
And this unusual story has another twist. Duran has about 40 cattle here on this ranch west of Trinidad. And believe it or not, he says this isn't the first time something like this has happened. Another cow was mutilated on this same field, he says, in 1995.
It's just a shock that it's happened again.
Duran reported both cattle mutilations to the sheriff's office, but so far they haven't been able to solve either case.
It's one of those unsolved mysteries, I guess.
Most of these cattle mutilations features perfectly circular cuts that have indication of high heat that has been used to make the cuts.
Despite the consistent pattern of bloodless surgical incisions, state and federal authorities insist predators like coyotes and foxes are responsible. For them, case closed.
I've seen a lot of animals that have been torn up by coyotes and other predators, birds mostly. And those incisions were just like a doctor would do in the hospital.
When you see an animal of this nature, it's been mutilated, it's clean, no blood, it's not done by predators.
Dr. John Altshuler is a pathologist who studied tissue samples from hundreds of cattle mutilations over the past 5 years.
A predator, even with the accuracy of gnawing and biting, would have jagged borders. The fact that the tissue at the incisional areas is very firm and very hard and looks burned. And the microscopic evidence clearly indicates that heat has been applied, and predators, to my knowledge, cannot do that.
What could create these burnt-edged incisions is a highly sophisticated portable laser.
Lasers have the ability to actually cauterize the wound, stop the bleeding as you're cutting.
But no portable laser is powerful enough to cut and cauterize masses of livestock tissue. At Kirtland Air Force Base, Colonel Michael Prairie demonstrates the world's most precise portable laser.
Going through a 1/4 inch of flesh, you'd have to take several passes, maybe 5 or 10 passes to get through. The precision of the cut is limited to the precision of the operator. If you needed to make a circular cut with very tight tolerances, you'd have to find some other way.